A man was close to the sultan, Muslim sultan. When he would sit, the sultan would turn to him and take his advice. This placed hasad, envy, in the heart of one of the onlookers. So what he did, he had hasad, envy. So what he did, he told the sultan that the man who sits next to you, he thinks that your breath smells. So the king said, how can I ascertain this? The man said, when he will talk to you, he will have his mouth covered. So he invited the man who was close to the king to his home and fed him a meal and placed in the meal what? Garlic. A thum. Placed garlic in the food. And then he said to him, you will be sitting in the court of the king, the sultan. When you talk to him, cover your mouth because you may offend him with the smell of the garlic. So the man went to the court of the king, and when he would talk to the king, he would cover his face. So the king became certain that this man believes my breath smells. He became insulted. So he wrote a letter. In the letter, he wrote a command to the general of the army. He said, the carrier of this letter, when he comes to you, strip him of his skin and then fill his skin with hay. So he sealed the letter and he said to the man, go and give this to the general of the army. So the man took the letter, he walks through the palace on his way to the general. On his way he meets the envious man. The envious man says, where are you going? He says, the king has given me a letter to pass on to the general. The envious man says, no, pass the letter here. You cannot deliver the letter. He said, but he ordered me. He said, no, give me the letter. So he took the letter. He went and gave the letter to the general. The general opens the letter. And remember, those generals were ruthless. Not so different to some of the generals we have in the world today. He says, I have been commanded to kill you and then strip your skin and then fill it with hay. And the man said, this letter was not intended for me, it was for such and such. He said, no, I have been told the recipient of the letter, the one who delivers the letter, must be killed. So he killed the envious man and filled his skin with hay and sent him to the king. When the skin stuffed with hay reaches the king is shocked. This is the wrong man. Then the other man, the mahsood, the one who was envied, he arrives and the king becomes shocked. He asks him, what happened? He tells him the story. The king realizes that he was deceived. So this is why they say, Man hafara bi'ran li akhihi waqa'a fihi. Whoever digs a well for his brother, he will fall into it himself.